Hi there, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how to download stage 3 precipitation data, right? If you want to download stage 4 precipitation data QPE, so I have another video, you can watch that. Or if you want to download this data for the year that is before 2015, because we don't have the QPE or stage 4 data, that is called MRMS. So how can you download that one? So today I'm going to show you that if you need to download any rainfall data before 2015, so stage 3, this data is the best product. So you have to know how to download that one, right? So I'm going to show you quickly. I'm going to use my Python script to download that one. I have written that Python script to specifically download stage 3 data set. So let me quickly share my screen and show you how to do that. So at first, what we have to do, you have to go to this website, or you can, I'll show you the thing in details. These are the advanced hydrologic prediction service. Here we can find all these details, but for downloading this data we have to go to there. Okay, these are the parent directory archive. So the main website, see, water.weather.gov. so here you can go. I'll give you this link in the description below, and you can select the date, right? So all the way from 2004 to 2017, but you don't need to download stage 3 data for 2017. You can download this data all the way, right, from 2004 to 2014, and from 2015 you have the most updated one, the blending in between the radar and the gauge data. So you can download that way. So as before, I'm gonna share, okay, my Jupyter notebook this time. So it is pretty simple. The idea is same. See, if I go to this website and if I want to download this data for 2012, if you click there, it will open the month. And if you want to download for any month, click on that month and it will give you the day. And if you click on any day, it will give you some options, what type of file you need, right? That file, GG format, gunzip format, or tar format, or any netcdf format. Since it is already there in netcdf.nc file, so we'll specifically focus on this file. Okay, we're gonna download this file, or you can even download this file as well. So for this tutorial, I'm gonna download specifically this file. So the file format is, at first it will be nws_precip_conus, because it is for conterminous USA, and then it is the month and day is followed by the year, and then NC. So if you follow the URL, the complete URL is this, right? And I just wrote the URL as before. I'm just completing the URL and using my wget to download this data and saving it in a separate directory. So here is the code, complete code. I'm specifying, I'm just inserting date time and pandas and wget, right, wget, and then operating system, because I'm going to create a new folder or directory. I'm specifying, you can specify up to 2004 to 2014, whatever you need. And then I'm specifying the output directory in my download in my local machine, and I'm specifying, okay, stage 3 or stage 3 precip, okay, stage 3 precip, and 2012. I'm specifying the year as well. So it will create this. These are from National Weather Service. That's why NWS, and stage 3 precip for 2012. It will check if the directory is there. It won't create, otherwise it will create as before. And I'm specifying the base directory. I'll give you the link, complete link, and I'm just creating the data file, okay, as before. Similarly, if you follow the previous one, or if you have already watched the previous videos, you know the logic. It's pretty simple, but I'm just trying to even change a little bit, nothing else. Okay, so here, since these files are basically daily file, not the hourly one, so I'm giving the date time name as date. I'm creating this frequency as day. I'm specifying the starting date and ending date, creating a empty data frame with date time. And then I'm reading as before the year, month, and day, because in the URL you saw that, right? We have this year, month, and day, so that's why we need that. And I'm looping through. I'm creating this one because if you are familiar with the files, that is the complete name of the file I'm following. So we have this year, month, and day. So we need to create that format, year, month, and day. I'm just making that using my formatted string command, and then I'm creating the file, full file name. My target is to create entire file name, but here it will be changing, right? So that's why I'm writing the code in a way that it will be changing for every loop. If I just loop through the data frame where I have the date time, so it will change, it will be changed, right? So this is how I'm just creating the file name first here. I'm specifying the, see, output file. So that is the common part for everyone, but the last part, this one is changing. So that's why I'm specifying, okay, file database. So I'm giving, okay, so now this will give you up to this part, and then I'm just adding extension .nc because the file extension is .nc netcdf3 format. And now I'm creating the complete file name. I'm passing the output file and the extension, so it will give you the entire file name. So now we have the file name, and if you can create, right, if you can create that URL and then the name of the file name, but here it will be changing the year, month and day. So that's why the another part of the URL, what I did here, I'm just changing the date and time. The URL I'm forming first will be the base site, right, up to weather.gov, and then the stage 3 means that part, it is the common one. Precive and archive, I assigned that as stage 3 part. You can specify any variable name you want, and then I need the year, right, the year, and then the month, so, and then the month and the day, and then the file name. So I already created the file name here, and I have the complete URL. Then I'm just, okay, showing or printing a message that, okay, it is downloading for this date. And then I'm just, once I have the complete URL, I can use that wget command. I'm specifying the URL and the download directory that I already created, right? And I'm just, yeah, appending that URL in a, right, empty text file, and I'm also printing that text file as before. If you need, once you have the list of URL as a text file, you can use the text file as before to download using your Linux command or using any command prompt here as well. So let me quickly run this one and it will be done, and then I'll show you how to run this in my Linux machine as well. Okay, so if I run here, so in my download directory, let me show you that I tested this script. So there is nothing like, right, whatever I have, I'm deleting everything. I don't have anything, okay, nothing like NWS stage 3 precipitation 2012. And here's the code. If I run it, hitting this button or shift enter or control enter, whatever you press, it will start running. Let's see. That is creating, see, so showing the message, that is the file or base name I printed, and now downloading this one. If you click on that, it will start downloading. The same thing it is doing, see, it is showing the message pretty quickly. And let me show you the status here. See, inside that stage 3, see, it's downloading the file name, complete file name. It's pretty fast. So what are the variables inside those, right? I can show you that one as well, what we are downloading basically. So let me open that, because that is the way. And now you know, right, how to read the netcdf file using ncdump, or you can even read using that panoply. That is also possible. Okay, I'm just going to that file, and first one I'm opening. Okay, so these are the variables you see. 24-hour rainfall, if you click on that, it is daily data. So that's the unit. It is the 1/100 millimeter. So that is the unit. The precipitation value you see, you have to divide that value by 100, then you will get the in terms of millimeters. So that's the way they store in terms of inch 24. That's why they're, and the resolution you can see 4 kilometer by 4 kilometer resolution data. These are the gridded format, and you can see also that these are called HRAP. Basically the HRAP grid means 4.76 kilometer by 4.76 kilometer, and they have latitude and they have longitude and they have time information, they have other information through lat long. So let me just quickly plot this precipitation and the aerial coverage if it exists, right? So here I'm specifying the color map, and let me show you if it works. See, that is the value of the precipitation. You can see for that date, it is showing that one. That's the value. Okay, if I change the date, and it will show you that one. So it is basically 1/100. So the value we are seeing here is 209. You have to divide by 100 then you will get that in terms of millimeter, right, for that time or for that pixel. And you can even refine whatever you want, and you can even do different stuff here. We have different, and we can fit to data. Maybe I can change the color. That is another tutorial I'll give you, but that's that stage 3 precipitation. And I can zoom in while it's downloading. Okay, I can zoom in, and I can even fit. I'll zoom in, and if I want to feed that, wait a minute, it takes time because it is huge files, and the labels and arrays and skulls. Okay, fit to data or grid, map, everything you can change here. Skull, you can reset everything, and you can change the name. So that is another tutorial. I'll show how to do that. But here, if I use auto feed and the map, okay, that's the grid. So that's it. So these are the stage 3 precipitation, and the seed download is pretty fast. Maybe it's already downloaded, I don't know, because it is 1 year. It's still going on. It's going on. See, it's going on. It's going on this way, and it will be downloading until it's done, right? So there, it's downloading up to 227. So it will download up to 365. If it is not leap year, definitely it will be 366 maybe this time. Let's see. And once I have this code, I tested this code here, so I can just copy this code, right? I can just copy Control C, and I'm copying this code. And if I open my Linux machine, and here if I want to create any new Python file, if I create a file like stage 3, okay, stage 3 precif.py, and it will open a new file, py file, and then I'm just pasting my code here. But what I have to do, I have to specify the directory as well, and I have to change the header as well, because these are the Python file. I have to tell the machine that okay, these are the Python file. Then here it won't understand this type of date. Other than that, it will be creating, right, one directory up. So that is my path. There is nothing like that, and then it will create this file, and that's it. I don't need to do anything, right? If I just save the file, it will do the job for us. It's done. Okay, I'm just downloading stage 3 precif. If I run it, hopefully it will run. Otherwise, it will show some error. Let me check you. Yeah, it's downloading. You see, stage 3, right? What was the name of the directory? It was stage NWS. This one, NWS precif. See, it's downloading pretty quickly. See, it's downloading. Even it is faster than our Windows machine, right? Let me show you the variables we have. If I want to open new directory, and I'm going to show you all these files are there. And if I use that command nc dump, right, it should be nc dump and the name of any file. Okay, and then I'm just reading that using more command so that I can see the variable. See, these are the variables we have. href y, we have that number of column and that number of rows, right? And the 24-hour rainfall, the unit, and polar stereograph projection system, we know that, and reference date time, and it is giving you the National Weather Service RFCs, right? Regional forecasting system generated by program are out, and it is giving you everything, lower left corner, everything. And then these are the values. Okay, first, see, amount to precif. So if you pass that grid number y, because that is the latitude and that is the longitude in terms of href, that is the most complicated grid format they have. href, it is pretty complex. So these are the values of precipitation, 1, 0, and sometimes it has other values as well. You can see we have other values, not only zeros and ones. So these are the values. You have to multiply these values by 100, then you will get that. Okay, and on the other side, it is downloading, and it's done up to that it's finished. Okay, so that's it. If you want to download a stage 3 precipitation, if you need any precipitation data now before 2015, you can use stage 3. Otherwise, if you want to use any observed data, that's good. That is called GHCN. So I'll show you how to download that GHCN. Those are the observed data, gauge data. So I'll show you in the next tutorial that one as well. That will also help you to compare with this stage 3 or stage 4 or GHCN. But GHCN is not covering because it is the point data, and these data are the gridded one. It has the surface, right, extension, but gauge data is only for one point. Then what we have to do to use that gauge data, we have to interpolate using triangular method or using a Bayesian polygon or any other interpolation method that are the spatial interpolation, right? And once you have that, you can do that in GIS, or you can even, I have the code that can even interpolate that way. So that is not a problem. I can show that in the later on, right? But until then, I'm just gonna finish off here, and you can try by yourself if it works for you, and let me know which one is better, right? Downloading, you can even go back to that website as well, and you can click one by one, right? If you are here and you can click there, it will still download. And if you have time and energy, you can click and download, click and go back and select that date and time and click and download and make the list. You have to go back to the previous directory and, right, going backward and forward, and then you have to click 365 times to download all this data set. And I don't like that. Okay, so that's why I'm telling, if you want to use script, you can use this script, or you can write by yourself, but the logic is this. I'll give you the sources of this data so that you can directly go to that website and you can download. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and let me know your comments, and stay safe. See you in the next tutorial.